everyone, I'm back and I have got another SpongeBob here. It's a square kit. This is one, not the one that that I was hoping to get, but it is one that I had in my my wish list that I was waiting for it to come back in. So I am sure that my kids and grandkids are all going to fight over this. This one is Krabby Patties. It is 40.6 inch by 27.6 inch, which is 103 centimeters by 70 centimeters. This is so big. Oh my gosh. This is going to take me a while. 46 colors is all, with 5 ABs, and there are a total diamonds of 113,016. There's a lot. And that's not a lot of colors for this big of a kit, honestly. So, we're going to check this out. Has anyone done this one? Anybody that's watching, I should say, because I know people have, I'm sure people have done it, because it was out of stock for a very long time. So, we have a toolkit. Okay, I will show y'all this real quick, and then we'll get on to the good stuff. We've got a pen that says Diamond Art Club. It has a one placer, single placer on this end, and there's putty loaded up in it. You just twist that and it comes on up there. And on the other side, we have a 4-placer. And we have our tray with the lid and stopper. We have a extra pad of wax. We have a putty, we have a pad of wax, heart-shaped wax there. And we have a 7-placer. And some baggies. So that is our toolkit. And then, if I can get them to not fall over. Oh boy, that's big. Okay, let's look at this. Oh goodness. So my mother was texting me, telling me that they think my grandson has chicken pox. So, oh, goodness. So here we have the card, and it's a silver. Yay! It's not real easy to get these silver and gold cards. It's very difficult to get a black one. Okay, so I love these cards. They're so cool. It's got the name of the kit. And this, of course, it has Steven Hillenburg, and then Viacom, SpongeBob, all that stuff in the size of it. And see, it's holographic. It's so neat. All right. So anyway, we got that. And then on the outside of the envelope, it's just branding and thank yous. On the inside, we have, oh, I am sorry. They do have their social media on the outside of that flap. Okay. Tips and tricks up here at the top. We got QR codes on both flaps. Oh, it started raining real hard. Okay. Facebook group over here. Over here is the app. Down here is kit contents. And in the middle here, we have how-tos for your pen and diamond painting. Most of us have already seen all of this a million times. So, all right. So this is our sticker sheet. It's got stickers. All of these are separate stickers, branding, and then we have the name of the kit and usually just the artist, but it's got all kinds of things because it's, you know, it's big, TV, all that. Okay, and then back here we have the start and end date. So we have the original artwork, which I don't know which way is better to show you. Probably turned it the wrong way. Okay, and then down at the bottom we have the information about the kit. So how many colors, that it's square, the size, and the SKU number. And then we have our colors in the middle here. They're all separately cut out. They're stickers so you can kit up, put them on your whatever you're kitting up into. They have, oh my goodness. They have got the, well, that is weird. What, how many ABs did I say there were? Were there 5? Is that right? So yeah, it is. So what they've done is they're still the old way they used to do them. So they're before 150. So they're 101 through 141 are the ABs, but they have them, instead of having them labeled like usually they're 1 through 5, or the 141 would be a dot maybe, they're QPM12. So that is strange to me. I don't know. Anyway, let's check this out. We'll get a look at those drills, and then we will, oh, okay. The canvas came out and left the drills in there. That is a big bunch of drills, especially for only having 40 some colors. I think that's what it was, 40 something. Okay, boy, that wind is blowing and I can hear that rain. Oh, there is like big time rain out there. All right. So, the one thing I do like about SpongeBob is all the yellow, the brightness, you know, it's cheery. But I'll tell you what, listening to them drives me nuts. The way they laugh and the stupid things that they say and repeating everything over and over and over again, it just drives me nuts. I'm fine with them watching it if they just put it on mute or put headphones on. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They love it, and I love to diamond paint, so I'm okay with doing these for them. Although they will fight over it, I am sure. Okay, so there's a bunch of this one. 135. That is our first AB, and there's a lot of them. That bag is full. All right, and then we've got 310. There are 2 bags. 3807. 3326. 780. 905. 726, and there are 3 bags of that. 732, 938, sorry. 972, there are 2 bags. 321, 741, 2 bags. 158, 976, there are 2 bags. Okay. All right, 976. 1, 2, there are 3 bags. 301, we've got 3 bags. All right, 129 is our next AB, and we've got 2 bags of that. So there are quite a few of those. All right, 400, we have 3 bags. 728, 783, there are 2 bags. 906, 3325, 939, 895, 973, there are 2 bags. Okay. Oops, wrong way again. Okay. And then we have 141. There are 2 bags here. That's the white AB. 3371. There's 2 bags. And then we have another AB 128. And there are 2 bags of those. 986. There's 2 bags. 727. There are 2 bags. 907. 648. 814, 799, 101. There's another AB. That one just has 1 bag. 762, 792, 961, 498, and 815. And then we have just a small one here with 823, 666, 720, 3733, 300, 209, and $7.33. All right. So there wasn't a lot of colors, but there were sure a lot of drills. So this one is also huge, but oh, it's long ways big. So maybe I can get, oh, we're still not going to get nowhere near all of it in there. It's just too big. Let's see. I think I can get it. Okay, yeah, it's just too big. Okay, so this is a lot of burgers. Krabby Patties, sorry. Yeah, let's see. Where's my sticker sheet? Okay. And what I did with my tweezers again. I think every time I do these videos, I lose a pair of tweezers. That's okay, though. I have plenty. All right, so I need Q, P, M, 1, and 2. All right. Let me just take a look real quick. Okay, I found some M's already. So let's start here. So M is 129. That's a real light yellow, and there's some right here, here, and there. So it's going to be kind of highlighting the burgers. This is just on the buns, you know. So I'm not going to go through every one of these and highlight them, but it looks like it's in most, if not all, of the burgers. There's just single ones in some of them, but it's in the majority of these burgers. So yeah, like I said, I'm not going to go through and point out every one, but yeah, it's in most of these. I don't see them in those, or there, but I mean, there's some in most of them. Okay. And then, okay, right here, we've got M's, right there in his hand, and then there and there, this bunch right here. There's some in the middle there, and then on his thumb there. And that is SpongeBob. Let's see. No, there's not any on him. We've got some right here in Squidward's eyes. Right there is yellow. That's that yellow, the AB. All right, and then there's a bunch of them on SpongeBob, it looks like. So there's going to be a whole bunch of them, like, oh no, those are not. Those are J's. Those are not. So, yeah, I thought that all of those, yeah, okay, they are over here. Some of them have a different color in them. That's why there were so many different yellows, I guess. So, okay, so all of this pale yellow on him here, that's all that AB. It goes clear down here and up here a little bit. And then, let's see, up here above his, well, in between his eye here and his eyebrow. And right in there, it goes all the way across here and right in there. There's some right there on his nose, I suppose. Let's see, and there's a bunch, nope, that's not right there, that's S's. So there's a little bit right there under his eye. Sorry, I didn't mean to stick my head in there. There's some right in here. I don't know if I mentioned, but on the other side, there's some in there too. Okay, let me bring this, okay, so this patch right here is the 129 AB, and then it kind of goes up like that, and then this little bit right down here, and we're back to having it in the burgers here. Yeah, kind of all over. So that's, oh, yep, there's an arm over here too. Okay, so it goes clear up his arm here, and then we've got some in the palm, and then right in there and on his thumb. So that's pretty much it. That's a lot. That would be why there was so much. There's a patch down here that's pretty light. Those are S's, so it's a different, but there's some around it that are the M's. So that's the yellow. Let's see. Sorry, pulling y'all over. This thing is so big. All right, then we've got still Q, P, 1 and 2. So the 2 is the white, and that's going to be pretty easy to do here. So I know I've seen some here. There's some in, this is Gary, right? I think. There's a couple in Gary's eyes there. There's some on his back right here, on his shell, I guess. Then there's a bunch right here on SpongeBob. So that is the 141. Okay, so his eyes, there's going to be a whole bunch of them in there. There's a little patch right there, and then right there in the eye. And then a whole bunch the same over here, and a little patch in the eye, and right there. There's some on the tooth there, and then there's darker around the edge there. There's more on that one. And then we've got a bunch on the sleeve right here. I did mention the sleeve over here, I think, right? If I didn't, I'm mentioning it now. Okay, let's see. I think that may be it. Nope. There's, we still have, I don't think there's none on Squidward. We've got Patrick. His tooth right there is all the white AB, and then his eyes, all of that white. And then here, at the bottom, it's a little darker. It's not ABs, but the eyes, most of it is the 141 AB. All right. Now what? Oh, yeah, knocking everything over again. Dang it. Okay, so their eyelid, there are some on Squidward. Just a very few, though. There's some right there between his eyes. There's a couple right there, and a couple right here on like his hand. I think that's his hand. He's holding his hand up. So there's a few on him, not very many, but there are a few. Okay, one is a 135. It is a green. So let me see where are they? I'm not sure. I don't know. Oh, that's not green. That's that greenish yellow. It's like a pale, I don't know. Anyway, not pale. It's like that lime green. I don't know what color it is. I can't think of the word I want. So it's around his hand right here on the edge, and then around on each of the fingers right there, and right there. It's kind of like highlighter color, if you know what I mean. Okay. Oh, I thought there might have been some on his pants, but nope, not there. Okay, so I think the majority of that is going to be on SpongeBob. SpongeBob's going to be really bright. So we've got ones right here around the edge of that circle on his face. Excuse me. We've got it running clear down like there, and then it starts again and runs clear down him on, on his body. And then over here, we've got a bunch of it, and it goes clear down, all the way down, and then down around the bottom here. And then there's some right here around his mouth. It goes to about there. There's quite a bit there. Some on this little circle there. There's some in his nose right there, and around the edge of his eyes, both of them. There's some down here. And then on this side of his mouth also, there's some here around that like circle hole in the sponge thing. There's some around this one. Let's see. And these, there's some, of course, around those also. And this one over here, can't see that one. Okay. And then it runs clear up his arm, and whoops, in his little hand there, and then on his thumb right there. So that is pretty much it, I think. I'm not seeing any more. There may be more somewhere, but I just don't see them. But that's the majority of it. I don't think we've got any in the lettuce or anything. It's like a darker green. I think that's it. Don't see any on Squidward. And not on Gary either. So I think that's it. All right, so moving on. We've got 2 and 1 and M done. We've got P and Q yet to do. So, yeah. All right, so P is the pink. So we know where that's gonna be. That's gonna be in Patrick. And let me check this out. This light pink right here. And then on his chin there. So his hand right there and there. And then right in there. This kit is so loaded with ABs. It's not even funny. Okay, right in there on his hand. And nope, his legs don't have any. So, but there's a good chunk of them on it. And then right there under his mouth. There's a lot here. Let's see. There's also, whoops. Okay. There's also a whole lot of them on, what did I say his name is? Gary, yeah. Why I wanted to call him Glenn, I don't know. So there's a whole bunch of this pink on, I mean, the majority of the pink on here is that AB, all of that light pink there. It's all AB. And then there's some also on SpongeBob's tongue right here. SpongeBob is just loaded with ABs. Loaded. This canvas is loaded with ABs. But I think that's all of those. So then we have Q, and Q is blue. So we've got some right there around, I'm not sure if that's, I'm not sure what this is. I know he's a snail. I don't know what the bubbles are here. But that's where there's Q. Okay, and it kind of goes around most of the way around. It kind of runs all the way up his antenna thing there. And there's a bunch of it in here. And on this side also, and going all the way back down the antenna. And there's a bunch, of course, on this side. So then let's look at SpongeBob's eyes are blue. So I'm guessing there's some in here. And I would be guessing wrong as far as that one goes. There's not any. So not any over here either. Wow. Okay. I just assumed there would be because there are so many everywhere else on him, but the eyes didn't get the blue AB. Okay, let me check these other places where there's blue on here just to be sure. I'm guessing there would be some in here somewhere. Yeah, there we've got some more. There's a bunch of them right here and then here. And is that it? There's a couple right here on Squidward, and then they kind of run up the back of his head there. Yeah, okay. We've got a few right here, and then right here there's a bunch, and then kind of follows a pattern right here. There's a bunch of them right in there. So, all right. So that's it. That's all of the that's all of the ABs, and let me tell you, there's a bunch on this thing. There's a lot. This thing is gonna sparkle. Oh, I don't know if you'd want to hang it in a bedroom because it's gonna be so bright. So anyway, does anybody watching this like SpongeBob? I am not a fan, like I said. Whoops. Okay. Well, I can't seem to get it. Okay. I'll just move it through so you can see the whole thing. I am not a fan of SpongeBob, but My kids are. My grandkids love it. And, you know, you tend to kind of, you know, do the things your family likes or whatever. So that's why I got this. Well, all of the SpongeBob kits is to, you know, do them for my family. But that's, yeah, this is going to be, it's huge. It's going to take me a while, but it's going to be really bright. I think it's so cute, though. So, yeah, they will fight over this, I'm sure. If anybody's done this, though, that's watching, I'd love to see a picture if you have one. If you throw that in the comments, I would love that. That's it for today. So if you don't mind, give me a thumbs up. I want to thank everyone for watching the video. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button below. And I'd love it if you throw a comment in there, even if you're just saying hello. All right. I'll see you in the next one. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.